First set, Roddick to serve. Ready? Play. Love 15.
Well, Andy Roddick has led the tour most of the year in service games won, but he has lost the first 2 points of this first service game. And you have to wonder what's going through Andy Roddick's mind and body right now. He's never been in this situation. His first Grand Slam quarterfinal.
I think that is a major factor, Sam. Hewitt has been here before. Quarterfinals of the French this year, of course. Semi-finals here at the US Open. He loves these courts. And that counts for a lot in experience and knowing how to play these sort of matches in the later stages of a tournament.
Well, Andy Roddick has settled down. He's won the last 3 points as we see his coach Tariq Benabilis.
40-30.
So Andy Roddick holds in his opening service game. It's been a big day for him off the court as well, as earlier this afternoon he was officially named to the U.S. Davis Cup team, which will face India September 21st down in North Carolina. Roddick will be joined on that American Davis Cup team by Todd Martin, James Blake, Robbie Ginepri, Jared Palmer, and Don Johnson. So an exciting day for the 19-year-old. Lleyton Hewitt, of course, will be involved in a huge Davis Cup tie, the semifinals against Sweden later this month as well.
Can I throw in Great Britain? Down in Ecuador.
Ecuador. There's Tariq Benabilis. He was a good tour player, reached number 22 in the world at one point. Hewitt to serve.
Well, 15.
Well, that's what, 5 points in a row for Roddick. A little hesitant start on his serve, the first 2 points, missing those reasonably easy shots, and now he's picked up a point on Hewitt's opening serve.
But David, much like last night, we'll see 2 very different service games from each player, though not the same as Sampras and Agassi.
Well, 30.
Roddick has the booming first serve, but doesn't always follow it in. In fact, rarely does.
Yes, I think Roddick's going to be a major challenge at Wimbledon over the next few years, that's for sure. We just noticed Kim Clijsters, Lleyton Hewitt's girlfriend, in the crowd, and his mum and dad there as well.
$15-30. So Lleyton Hewitt coming up, a couple of pretty big serves as we see Kim Clijsters, who did very well in this U.S. Open as well. On the women's side is the 5th seed. She advanced to the quarterfinals, lost to Venus Williams.
Yes, it's very nice to see these 2 youngsters who are going out supporting each other when they've got the opportunity.
And they really do, David. You see them at each other's matches just about every round. I mean,
it's good to see, good to see. And they don't mind that camera shot that's inevitably going to come in. No, it's very nice to see, very pleasant.
Lleyton Hewitt now with a chance to hold serve, his first service game of this match.
Game Hewitt, 1 game on.
So we're all even at 1-1 to start this match.
Here's the chance there, support for Lleyton Hewitt. Well, they've got one thing in common, these two, apart from being good players. They both wear their hats back to front. For the life of me, I can never understand it. I can understand it when it's hot. You want to keep the sun off your neck, but we're under the floodlights here.
It's more of a fashion statement.
Ah, it's all about youth. I remember those days. Not long ago.
Well, Hewitt unleashes off of a short ball from Roddick.
Love 15.
One of his favorite shots. Roddick makes sure he doesn't get another chance.
Well, the one thing that must work for Roddick in nearly every match is his serve must be in tune. Without that serve, he loses a big part of his game.
Doesn't go over. And now 15-30 for Lleyton Hewitt. So Hewitt has already assured himself of winning 2 points on both Roddick's service games. But Roddick reeled off 4 in a row to take that last service game.
30 on.
That was 138 miles an hour. Ace number 3.
And he's put 5 first serves in out of 8, and 4 of them have been aces. There's nought anyone can do if someone's serving like that. But there always comes a chance in every set when it doesn't quite happen like this.
Well, and now Roddick lets Hewitt back in it at deuce.
Deuce.
Yes, it's quite extraordinary. We're at deuce and Roddick's fired in 3 aces. Is that a statement? Without those aces, Roddick would be in a lot of trouble. And another one.
Well, Roddick has lost his previous 2 matches against Lleyton Hewitt.
Advantage Roddick.
I guess you could say he lost his last match and a half because he had to retire at a set apiece and 2-all in the 3rd set at the French Open after pulling his hamstring against
Game
Hewitt.
Roddick.
He holds serve, and Andy Roddick leads 2-1 in the first set.
Roddick leads by 2 games to 1.
So Lleyton Hewitt will be serving at 1-2 on serve here in the first set of this final men's quarterfinal match.
Well, Roddick showing he's not all just serve. He has got some fine shots. Now this is where Hewitt is, in my opinion, much the stronger. If he can engage Roddick in these baseline duels, Hewitt works his opponent over. Some good solid body punches, corner to corner, and forcing the error, keeping Roddick on the move. Roddick can produce these one-shot wonders after 2 or 3 strokes, but to play someone the calibre of Hewitt, pushing him from side to side, is extremely difficult. That's why I was so surprised that Roddick absolutely dismissed Korecha, who is perfectly capable of doing that, but Korecha doesn't hit the ball as hard as Hewitt, so Roddick had a little bit more time.
Lleyton Hewitt just left his teenage years back in February. He's one of the most successful teenagers in the history of the game. Roddick looking to follow. Good example of what you're saying, David, but just to back up my previous statement, Hewitt won 7 ATP titles as a teenager. Only 5 other players in tennis history have won more in their teenage years: Borg, Wielander, Becker, Agassi, and Medvedev. So in some pretty elite company. And now a chance to hold to 2-all.
Well, both of them are settling in now, aren't they? Hewitt is finding his rhythm, certainly in that game, and he produced that lovely forehand down the line winner. He'd love to engage Roddick in a bit of a baseline duel. And also Hewitt's got some really good penetrating shots, and he's not afraid to come in, Hewitt, certainly on the short ball. As for Roddick, he's just going to maintain this high service level of his.
Roddick has not been to the net yet. Hewitt's been there just once.
15 left.
Well, Roddick likes to hit every shot hard, but again, I make this exception. When Korecha was serving in that match, when he destroyed the Spaniard, he played the ball very softly. On his own serve, hits the ball very hard in the rallies. I wonder if he employs that tactic against Hewitt. I don't think so, because Hewitt, as I say, hits the ball that much harder. Just blast him off. And it is spectacular, there's no question about that. He is the most spectacular youngster that we've seen since Hewitt.
Roddick already with 7 winners in this match. Of course, 5 of those are from his serve.
I'll say the centre service line judge moved really well out of the way of that ball.
And now Andy Roddick commits his first double fault. 30-all. There's Patrick McEnroe on the left, who named Andy Roddick to the Davis Cup team today. Sometimes, David, it's like watching a mirror.
It was. Sam, that was a massive point, an absolute massive point. It showed Roddick that Hewitt is prepared to get everything back, even on some terrific shots. They're so penetrating into the corner, especially when Hewitt ran for the inside-out forehand across court. Hewitt got it all back. Which means Roddick will have to work extremely hard
Roddick.
Well, Andy Roddick has held 3 times to start this match, and he's out in front 3-2 in the first set.
Roddick leads by 3 games to 2.
And he is. He's like a bit of a, I wouldn't say he's a brawler, but he's a fighter.
Yep. Well,
And
he comes from a family of Aussie rules football players.
Oh, well. So the competitive spirit is within his DNA. It's imprinted already. No, that's what's so good about Lleyton Hewitt. He could be a long way down, but he'll battle hard. He'll never, ever give in. We saw earlier today Gustavo Kuerten, the world #1, losing to Yevgeny Kafelnikov. And for whatever the reason why Kuerten lost
15-0.
so easily, and he wasn't just outplayed. Kuerten really almost gave up. He didn't have the energy. He actually said, I just didn't have the energy today. I didn't have the energy today. I don't believe in the whole of Lleyton Hewitt's career, however long he plays in the sport for the next 10, 15 years, that you'll ever see him sitting at a press conference and say, well, you know, I lost, but I just didn't have the energy today. Just wasn't my day.
Right.
He's just that sort of player. Kuerten is the most wonderful player, but Hewitt is something different. He will fight to the end.
Well, Roddick trying a shot. You don't see him too often, and he can't execute it. And it's 30-15. We're at 2-3 in the opening set of this men's quarterfinal match between 4th-seeded Lleyton Hewitt and 18th-seeded Andy Roddick.
There's a quiet feeling around the crowd there. It's absolutely packed, almost as full as last night. There are a few seats available, but it's all waiting to see what happens here. No one's quite sure what's going to happen.
Well, I think Andy Roddick has only played one match that has not been at night at this U.S. Open, and he has really fed off the crowd. But right now, this match hasn't really given the crowd anything to get excited about yet, except for a 138-mile-an-hour ace, but that just goes by so quickly. Doesn't sustain the crowd.
Oh, well, that was a chess match, wasn't it? Pawn to Queen's Bishop 3. And Hewitt puts his knight right down the line. Terrific shot, wasn't it? Boom. Absolutely worked that one wonderfully well.
And beautifully described, I might add.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about the knight, though.
It sounded good, though.
Yeah, that's the main thing. It's all image, no substance. Like most things today, isn't it? All image, no substance.
Hewitt serving for the game. So Lleyton Hewitt holds serve. And it's 3-all here in the first set. Neither player giving an inch so far on their serve. No break points.
One thing that came out of that game is that Roddick on Hewitt's serve definitely took the pace off the ball. It's exactly what he did against Correia. He wants to take the pace off the ball and make sure the ball stayed in play, forcing Hewitt to go for the winner, which he did.
Which is probably not easy for Andy Roddick. I'm sure that's something he's having to learn.
But on his serve here, he'll go for it much more, hitting the ball much harder on his serve. 1, 2, bang, wins the point.
15 love.
Andy Roddick has risen from 158th in the world at the end of last year to number 18 now.
Well, he's going to go up a few places, I would think.
He
Maybe
should.
up to 13 or 12, whatever happens here. Just for Andy Roddick, when Hewitt does serve, is to continue hitting the ball hard, but varying it with that slower shot as well. So there's a nice mix of hitting the ball hard, then taking the pace off, but always making sure the ball is deep, because if it's not deep, Hewitt will be on it and thumping it into the corner.
Ace number 6 for Andy Roddick. And he jumps out to a 40-love lead at 3-all in the first. Andy Roddick hangs on. And he's out in front 4-3 in this opening set of the men's quarterfinals. We've played 7 games in 24 minutes.
That was so well read by Hewitt. He saw Roddick move to the left. In fact, I've got it the other way around. Well read by Roddick. And it's a great shot into the corner. See, that's the sort of error that Roddick cannot afford to do. That's why sometimes he wants to hit the ball a little bit more slowly to make sure it goes in. But that forehand is quite a ripping shot from Roddick, and when he runs round onto his forehand, that's when Hewitt has got to be aware of what's happening.
Andy Roddick's father, in the bright red University of Nebraska sweatshirt.
I must say, Hewitt overall, it's very difficult to gauge because it's so early in the match. He's just a little bit more controlled, isn't he? His game is beginning to be put together, slowly building his own level.
Now, Lleyton Hewitt serves his way to a hold that time. It's big serves in that game, and it's 4-all as we're approaching, as you say, crunch time here in the first set.
The business end of the set.
So far, a very quiet capacity crowd.
Well, Roddick, surprisingly,
15-1.
Wins that point. I would have put odds there that Hewitt was controlling it. He was putting in some slices. But Roddick not to be underestimated. He can hit that ball hard. And that forehand especially is good. And of course this service.
All.
Now 15 all at 4 all.
Well, Roddick, in the first part of this, the first rally, was certainly pinning Hewitt into the backhand, and I think that's a very good ploy. Just pin him on the backhand with that forehand.
Late call, no overrule, second serve. Wow.
Great pickup. And he's pumped up.
Now, Andy Roddick trying to get the crowd behind him. Great get. Look at Hewitt slide. They both slid.
We'll see a lot of fist pumping, I think, in this match. From both players.
40-15.
Roddick showing some serve and volley. He's been to the net 4 times and won all 4 points. Hewitt 2 for 2 from the net.
No call. Play must be continued. And that's a very, very bad error from Roddick. Play must be continuous, even if he thinks the ball is out. And that cost him a point.
We saw Gustavo Kuerten do that today as well. Now 40-30 for Roddick. Still a chance to hold.
Well, Lleyton a little bit off the blocks there. It was a bit telegraphed, that drop shot. And that's a surprise. Hewitt slow to react.
Andy Roddick stays in front. 5-4 on serve here in the first set. Beautiful evening in Manhattan. We're out in Flushing Meadows, near the city of New York.
Well, that was just a straightforward error. Just didn't get underneath the ball at all. And remember, Hewitt is serving to save this set. He's got to be careful. 15 all. A couple of big bombers from Roddick and a miss or two from Hewitt. This set will be gone. I said he's hitting the ball harder now, and I think that's the way to do it. A couple of soft ones, he put in a slice, slowed it down, then increased the pressure and the pace. Now he's moving ahead.
He really had Hewitt on his heels in this point.
15-30.
And then eventually got in close enough to put the ball away.
Very well constructed, but it was that backhand slice cross court that slowed the whole game up, pushed Hewitt right back, and that started a little bit of an avalanche there for Roddick to come through with that point.
Small opening for Roddick at 15-30. Nice job by Hewitt to cut off that softball from Roddick.
30 all.
No, nice control that.
30 all.
Roddick though, 2 points from the set.
Well,
he had the right idea.
Well, it's 5 all and actually 30 points all, so it couldn't be more even.
Still no breaks of serve. Roddick was up 15-30 in this game, and then Hewitt came storming back with shots like that to win the game.
They've both produced some good shots, you know. They both produced some nice winners, and they've been controlled winners, and it's absolutely dead level. We could have our 5th successive tie-break at night in the men's singles. Did you know that, Sam?
I did, but I'm glad you put it into words. Sounds very impressive, like you've been working on that all day.
I have, actually.
Hoping that would happen so you could say that.
It's all planned. And that's just fallen below us and dropped in the 2nd tier.
There's a nice catch by a young lady. Fans boo when they have to throw it back. In American baseball, you don't have to throw a baseball back when it goes into the stands, but in tennis, of course, you do.
30-11.
These fans used to keeping balls when they come out into the stands.
Now, we have cricket, of course, in Britain and other countries, Commonwealth countries, and the ball goes for a 6, which is the equivalent of a baseball hit. I'm afraid you send the ball back.
Now Andy Roddick in the blink of an eye up 40-love. Trying to make Hewitt hold serve to go to a tiebreaker.
Game Roddick.
He's missed it, and Andy Roddick continues to have that 1-game lead at the changeover. 6-5 now. Hewitt serving to stay in this set or send it to a tiebreaker.
Thank you.
Now the crowd coming alive. Roddick's 12th winner.
Well, that will be costly for him, not because he's thrown his racket on the floor, because it just interrupts his concentration.
Neither player can seem to really get any momentum. You see a great shot like in that first point and then an unforced error.
This camera angle is tremendous. You could see from that Hewitt serve how it swung away. Well, Hewitt had Roddick in both corners there. Thoroughly deserved to win that point. Roddick did well to just get a couple of those shots back, but in the end he had to concede. There's a terrific shot. I think he's going to go for the lob.
And it draws an applause from Andy Roddick.
Watch how he shapes up. And then here he goes. He shapes up here, and somehow he hooks it across court. The lob was the easier option. He went for the more difficult option. And it paid handsome dividends.
And now we're almost ready for a first set tiebreaker if Lleyton Hewitt can win this point, up 40-15. There it is. Hewitt with his 4th ace of the match sends this first set into a tiebreaker. Tiebreaker, first to 7, win by 2. Players will change ends after every 6 points. So
What we saw last night, Sam, I always feel the tiebreaker it's an advantage for the big server, and Roddick's a big server, and we saw that last night with Sampras and Agassi.
see both these guys with basically the same winning percentage in tiebreakers this year.
Well, that's what Hewitt has to do, which he has to do throughout the match. Make sure he gets the serve back and get involved in some baseline rallies with his opponent.
So Hewitt takes the opening point of the tiebreaker. Immediately up a mini break. Smart shot.
3 terrific shots. There were 2 big shots, plenty of power, and the shot he chose for the winner was really difficult. And it paid off.
Sneaks that right down the line.
That is very difficult. And how encouraging for the American.
And now 1-all. Roddick gets the mini break back.
Oh, that could prove costly. That was there to be killed, certainly at this level. And my word, that could prove very, very costly.
So the 11th unforced error of this set for Lleyton Hewitt gives Andy Roddick a little bit of an advantage now. As Coach Benabiles looks on. 2-1 Roddick. First set tiebreaker.
Big mistake from Hewitt again. Huge mistake. He should have been right in there. It was a great, great approach shot. He hesitated coming into the net. The ball bounced. And that was it, straight into the net. He's made 2 big blunders here, and he's in trouble.
Now Andy Roddick starting to seize a little bit of the momentum that neither player has been able to grab in this first set.
Teddy Hewitt will be relieved to hear the line just say out. Well, Hewitt's on a bad roll here, isn't he?
Andy Roddick up 4-1. Players will change ends after this next point. It will be Lleyton Hewitt serving.
Just one of these next 2 points for Roddick, and he'd be in a masterful position. He's in a good one now, but really Hewitt has presented him with just 3 points. That easy miss and a shot which should have been a volley he allowed to drop on the floor. Those were 2 really bad errors. Oh, Roddick's on a roll. Look at that. Is he up or is he up? He's up.
Andy Roddick is up 5-1 in the first set tiebreaker. Lleyton Hewitt will have one more serve here.
Roddick.
But Roddick now 2 points from taking this opening set.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a courtesy to both players, switch off your mobile phones. Thank you.
Benhabiles, Tarak Benhabiles, quite animated there, wasn't he?
Cheering.
5-1.
And now Andy Roddick will have a chance to close out this tiebreaker on his serve. He'll have 2 service points. If he can win them both, first set is over. Roddick serving and volleying.
Roddick.
Well, I think that was the right thing to do, actually. The ball was there, nice comfortable height to volley away, and he just overplayed it.
So 5-3 Roddick. He can't win the tiebreaker on his serve this time.
Well, just when he needed a first serve in, he's missed both first serves.
Well, that was a let, so we'll have one more.
As I was saying.
I forgot about your supernatural powers.
I know,
Dave.
it's extraordinary. Short ball. Oh, made it easy there. And the reason why he is in front, because he's been much more positive than Hewitt. He's really come alive in the last couple of games, and certainly in this tiebreak. He's enjoying himself.
Andy Roddick now with 3 set points.
He's pleased. Don't write Hewitt off in this set or any other. He is a big fighter.
Well, David, last night we saw Pete Sampras get to the 6-3 mark in the first set tiebreaker, and he lost it to Andre Agassi. And now Roddick has dropped 1 point since then. It's Hewitt serving at 4-6. Still a couple of more set points for Andy Roddick to play with.
And he's still got that one chance he might need for a serve on his serve. Well, he will have to serve.
Hewitt comes through. Holds both points on serve as Darren Cahill, his coach, looks on. Now, again, Andy Roddick with a chance to now close it out on his serve. 6-5.
Just one ace needed. Just one big serve needed for the American.
He's had 6 aces and one serve 138 miles an hour, so he can do either.
An ace, I think.
Puts them together.
First set.
The 7th ace of the set gives Andy Roddick the first set in the tiebreaker. He wins the breaker 7-5 in the set, 7-6.
136 miles per hour.
7 games to 6.
We can go just a little bit more.
Lleyton Hewitt and Andy Roddick waiting for this crowd to get settled. Lleyton Hewitt will open up the second set, serving at the top of your screen.
15-1. 15 all.
Well, that's not going to help very much.
Second double fault for Lleyton Hewitt. Well, Lleyton Hewitt has a 5-match winning streak going against Americans. Well, Andy Roddick has never beaten Lleyton Hewitt.
Well, this is a poor game, isn't it? They've had a double fault from Hewitt, a bit of a weak backhand. Hewitt really should be going for this here much more. He's the one who's just lost the first set. Roddick has just won the first set, and you know, he's probably still very excited. He's set up in the quarterfinals. You expect his level to drop a bit.
But he's still 2 points from a break.
And that's why Hewitt should be much more up, while his opponent is just enjoying the fact that he's just won the first set. Hewitt should be in there, wallop, 1-love up, quickly. Should have won this to love or 15. Did he pull something there? Did he flip over his right foot?
40,
I think he did, you know. He's turned that. He got the ball back, but he's slightly pulled that right foot.
See if we can see it.
This is
there.
Oh,
It is.
there.
He rolled the right ankle, and actually,
he got
David,
it back.
Actually, David, earlier this summer against Gustavo Kirten in the first round at Cincinnati, he did the same thing. Finished the match, but was not the player that started.
Just to see the weight of the right foot. No, he's still feeling a bit ginger.
Well, the last time these two played, of course, as we've said, Roddick had to retire at 2-all in the third set because he pulled his hamstring. Rolled that right ankle.
Well, let's hope nothing is untoward.
Advantage.
And now Hewitt on the verge of taking the first game of this second set, unless Roddick can pull off a point here.
Another great camera shot here. You can really see the pace of the ball coming up Roddick. This is so well played from Roddick. That is a maturity beyond his 19 years. He didn't go for too much. He went for accuracy. There was power there because he's got natural power, but his placement was exceptional. And you have to say, overall, Hewitt has got to raise his game. He's got to notch up at least half a level here, just to stay with Roddick. And of course, he's certainly capable of doing that. No question about it.
Well, again, a chance to hold for Hewitt. Roddick tapes his ankles. As you see, we're just crossing the 1 hour mark in this match. We'll see if Roddick calls for the trainer at the changeover. Well, they'll have to be after the third game. So Hewitt holds serve. They'll switch ends, but will not sit down.
Oh, just watching, as you're watching Lleyton Hewitt there, I'm taking a close view of Andy Roddick. He's had his chair and he's having a little glass of water, as Lleyton Hewitt is as well, and just see whether he's going to do anything regarding that right ankle. There he is, and just looking at the way he walks from our Terrific view here. There's a nice shot of Andy Roddick. It doesn't look too bad. It's just a little bit of a jolt, and he was a bit careful. He didn't actually go completely through with that turn on his ankle when he tried to get that ball back from Hewitt, and he looks okay. That's good news.
This is the second game of the second set. Andy Roddick took the first set in a tiebreaker, and Lleyton Hewitt has held serve to begin this set. Andy Roddick to serve.
I like his attitude. Shame about the execution. Exactly right. It's what he should do. He's beginning to make Lleyton Hewitt think a little bit because he's just varying it by coming into the net. Just a shame about the execution. That is a wonderful lob from Hewitt. It had a terrific amount of topspin in it.
Well, Andy Roddick says the toughest thing for him this year, making the jump to the ATP Tour, is the fact that you just don't get free points. Not like you did in the juniors.
15-30.
So he could get away with a loose game in the juniors and still win it. But here on the tour, a loose game, you lose it. 8th ace for Roddick, but still behind, 15-30. And now double break point for Lleyton Hewitt. This is the first break point of the entire match so far. Hewitt trying to talk himself into coming through. 15-40.
I think this is just reaction to having won that first set. And that wonderful lob just a moment ago from Hewitt. That was a wonderful shot.
Roddick responds with a 136-mile-an-hour bomb down the middle. But still one more break chance for Lleyton Hewitt.
Giveaway, isn't it?
A double fault gives Lleyton Hewitt the first break of this match. And Hewitt leads 2-love to start the second set.
You were pointing out just a moment ago, Sam, so true it is that you don't get free points on the tour. You certainly don't get free points in a quarter-final of a Grand Slam. And you make just one little misjudgment, or your level drops just a bit, and all of a sudden, you're 2-love down, having won the first set.
15-love.
Well, last year when Andy Roddick came to the U.S. Open, he got a wild card into the men's draw, lost to Albert Costa in 4 sets. And then just from that experience, he ran through the juniors without dropping a set the next week.
Now, isn't that crazy? He's dropped his serve, and he's obviously upset with himself. You saw him throwing his racket onto the floor for the second time tonight, and he's made 2 little errors. He's doing what the juniors do, giving away free points. You cannot do it. Hewitt quick to strike, isn't he? He saw the little gap, boom, 2-love up, 40-love up. And all of a sudden you think, my goodness, I just had 10 seconds worth of madness, 20 seconds, and I could be 3-love down.
Okay.
He's 3-love down.
Roddick is 3-love down. You're exactly right. So things have turned around in a hurry here in this quarterfinal. Andy Roddick was up a set just a couple of minutes ago. Now Lleyton Hewitt has run off 3 quick games to take the early lead here in set number 2. Score in the second set looks a little worse than it is because it's just one service break. And now Andy Roddick serving at love 3 in the second set after winning the first 7-6.
And pretty quiet in the stadium. Very full as well. Very full.
15 love.
These two have as of yet to produce the fireworks we saw from the veterans last night.
And the winner of this plays Yevgeny Kafelnikov, who had an easy win today over Gustavo Lleyton. And Lleyton really just, after a set, couldn't really, well, only half bothered really. Just said it wasn't his day. But he was suffering from a bit of an injury.
Go to 15.
I just wonder whether Roddick's bubble has burst here. You have this terrific adrenaline flow, and all of a sudden some things go wrong and the fizz goes out of your game. The oomph. Got it back there though.
But I think, David, he is the type of player, I don't know if you agree or disagree, that can get it back. All it takes is, you know, a run of 2 or 3 points in a row and boom, he's fired up, the crowd's happy, it's, you know, it's a different atmosphere.
Totally agree with you, and he's produced one big shot there. A couple more and he will be back, he'll be firing. He's firing.
So Andy Roddick settles down and holds serve for the first time in this set.
Fight, fight, he says. He's trying to really get his adrenaline levels up. He did it at the end of that first set and it worked.
Now Lleyton Hewitt will give him all the fight he wants.
The prize fighter from Adelaide. He just reminds me of a boxer, really. Lleyton Hewitt, he is.
I want you to get a haircut like that, David.
That is
15 love.
That is one of the best trainers in the business. He's from Poland.
Yep.
And you know his name?
I can't remember. I met him in Cincinnati.
Yeah, he really looks after
he's
the athletes' bodies.
He's working with Roddick right now.
Yeah. He's worked with all the top players. Could never understand him, but he sounds good. Nice guy.
Met him in Cincinnati. He was complaining about American television.
Ah, that sounds like him.
30 love.
Now Lleyton Hewitt jumps out to a 30 love lead. Unconventional looking point, but it goes to Andy Roddick.
And Hewitt trying to play nice and steady. He's got the break. He just needs to hold on to his serve and be right back in this match at 1-all.
And he's held so well so far in this match. Roddick has not seen a break point so far this entire way.
Can do it.
And Hewitt continues to hold, jumps out in front 4-1 in set number 2 against Andy Roddick. Well, here in the second set of this quarterfinal match, Lleyton Hewitt is up 4-1. Andy Roddick trying to hold serve. There were no breaks of serve in the opening set. And Hewitt has broken Roddick once here in the second. And Roddick giving away a free point to Lleyton Hewitt.
(10:15) at night here in New York. It's another late night battle. Last night it was between the old campaigners, Sampras and Agassi, combined ages 61. Here it's the youngsters, combined ages. Can you add up?
39.
Correct. The old guard is still here. Kafelnikov already through to the semis. Sampras already through to the semis. Two old guards still there. Safin is through to play Sampras.
Two Russians in the semifinals of the Grand Slam for the first time.
Oh, Russian final, it could be. That could be something. Or could it be an All-American final?
Well, that depends on Andy Roddick. Right now he's double faulting away a game almost. And now Lleyton Hewitt
15-4.
will have two more break points.
You feel this is where Hewitt can strike big. Make sure he's got this set in his pocket. This will be his insurance policy if he can make a second break. Well played again, Roddick.
David, I did the match the other night when Roddick was up 2-0 over Jack Brasington, a qualifier. And all of a sudden, Brasington just came out and matched him shot for shot, pound for pound, winner for winner. Took the fourth set. But this has a much different feel to it. You kind of feel like Lleyton Hewitt maybe getting into the head a little bit of Andy Roddick.
Bit of a stranglehold, maybe. He's just put the noose around Roddick's neck, but hasn't pulled it yet. It's all about maintaining a level, maintaining consistency.
Well, Andy Roddick saves two break points here in Game 6 of the second set. We go to deuce.
Advantage Hewitt.
And another break chance for Lleyton Hewitt.
Juice.
Ace number 11 for Andy Roddick. Good time for it. 126, just 12 miles an hour under his fastest. Roddick having trouble putting 2 points together.
No, he hasn't really settled in this set, has he? And he's trailed throughout this set, of course. Well, that's an amazing kick on that serve. That not only was it a good serve right in the corner, but it literally took off like an aeroplane. The wheels tucked in and boom, took off to the clouds. And Hewitt was following it.
Third deuce. This is where Roddick has had trouble.
play 6 extra shots to win that.
Advantage Roddick.
Roddick's father looking on, saying that ball that Hewitt hit was out.
They always see it out, don't they? Because well, they can't be objective.
Well, Roddick settles down enough to hold serve, but he still trails a break here in the second set. And Lleyton Hewitt will be serving at 4-2. You can say a good hold for Andy Roddick, but not really. I mean, he is not the kind of guy that likes to struggle through service games. The Roddick family up there, the bright red. Not sitting down on the court where most of the players' boxes usually are.
Well, it was a good idea, very good idea, but very difficult.
Well, keep in mind, Roddick just one break down in this set. Lleyton Hewitt takes his time. He's done a good job of keeping Roddick away from break points. He's not let him see one this entire set. Now a little opening for Andy Roddick.
15-30.
Well, that will come as a little confidence boost for Hewitt.
Still Roddick 2 points from a break. Place he has been in this set, but he's never been able to win this point. Hewitt saying that ball on the line was out, but actually Hewitt was probably blocking the view of the lines person. And Hewitt now with a chance to go to 5-2.
And sensibly taking his time.
Juice.
Well, a deep shot that from Roddick, just slightly caught Hewitt out in his movement, and he had to take it a little bit earlier than he thought, and it went wide. Cat on a hot tin roof, Roddick, pacing up and down. Like as if there were coals on the concrete floor.
He's a hyper kid.
Or deco turf as it is.
Advantage Hewitt.
Roddick frustrated, just cannot get into a rhythm.
Well, the first 5 games of this set whistled by. This one and the last one it's taken a pretty around about 10 minutes. Battle is engaged here. Oh, that's wonderful. And there he goes. That's the first time Hewitt gets pumped up. He needs that, and that is a bad sign for Andy Roddick, because when Hewitt gets pumped up like that, he plays even better. Same thing really for Andy Roddick.
Well, now Andy Roddick will be serving to stay in this second set. Ball kids a little confused over who would be serving.
Well, Roddick's got nothing to lose here. He should just blast away. Absolutely blast away and hammer those serves down and hit that ball as hard as he can. Yeah, there was one shot there from Roddick which went down the line, really good depth. If Roddick had been more aware, he could have come in behind it. That's something he'll have to learn over the next few years. You've got to take your opportunities.
We talk about Lleyton Hewitt being out on the tour a while. This is just his 3rd year playing all the Grand Slams, so he's not that far ahead of Andy Roddick in terms of years, but even 1 full year on the tour compared to someone coming right out of the juniors is a huge difference. The game played so differently.
Well, between them, these two have won 6 titles this year.
Andy Roddick continuing to throw in a few double faults now and then. That's his 5th of the match.
Well, it is costly, you know, and it might be costly here. If Hewitt just delivers 1 or 2 little sharp reminders, sharp returns, the set could be over.
40-30.
Never with that serve. It's the great equalizer. Now a chance to hold for Roddick at 40-30.
good rally, especially from Roddick. He's working hard to stay in this set.
Roddick down just one break, but this is the one he's got to get if he wants to stay in set number 2. Lleyton Hewitt serving for the second set at 5-3.
Wow, that was a wonderful drive from Hewitt. Clean winner.
15-1.
Toughest shot over the highest part of the net. Plenty of topspin. Wonderful depth. Roddick absolutely nowhere near.
Lleyton Hewitt has taken a lot of time between the points in this set. And for a rhythm player like Roddick, it's got to be frustrating.
Got to remember, Hewitt is playing in what, successive days?
That's right. He had to finish this match with Tommy Haas yesterday morning. He started the day before and to come out at 11.
So he's played what, something like 3 sets yesterday. Tough battle, came through.
3.5.
And Roddick obviously had the day off. Wonder whether that's affecting him.
Well, now Lleyton Hewitt has 2 set points. But the way he beat Haas, I don't really think it would have taken that much out of him.
Mentally it does.
Well, true.
Mentally it's difficult. Anyway, it's 2 set points here.
40-15, a chance to even this match at a set apiece.
Oh, great return. Ah, Hewitt says he took it on the half volley, it was out, he says. No overall.
Still a set point for Hewitt, 40-30.
Come on, says Hewitt.
And Lleyton Hewitt has evened this match at a set apiece. So from here on out, it's a best 2 out of 3 set match.
1 set all.
Roddick to serve, first point, third set.
Of course, Hewitt will come in if he has to come in, and he did put away a couple, but there were 2 or 3 which he should have put away, which he didn't in that last set.
And he opens the third set with a double fault.
Quite a lot of noise around the stadium. People are still going backwards and forwards to get their hot dogs and cokes and whatever they've got to eat.
Well, he wipes out the double fault with an ace. His 14th of the match.
Good angles there from Roddick. Now this is where Hewitt doesn't want to do a Roddick. He doesn't want to drop his standard, having worked hard to get that second set. He's got to start off at a high level, maintain the level. Roddick, his adrenaline is flowing at the moment. Nearly pulled it off.
But this is the first match I've seen him play, David, in which he really hasn't been able to use the crowd to get him going. He's having to motivate himself.
Probably because he's won some of his matches quite easily.
Game running.
He set that one set to brace himself.
Well, Andy Roddick holds on in the first game of the third set. He leads 1-love.
Well, he's leading the match by a nose. Vital to get that first game. Now it gives him an opportunity to swing freely on Hewitt's serve.
Lleyton Hewitt, just his third U.S. Open. He reached the semifinals in his second. And now Andy Roddick. How far will he go in his second U.S. Open? Will it stop tonight in the quarters?
$100 minutes gone now.
Well, that point played right into Andy Roddick.
15-30.
Now 15-30 for Roddick. Hewitt normally plays at a much faster pace. I'm sure that's a strategic move tonight against Roddick.
Just think of those three, as you say, 3.5 sets yesterday. You certainly notice that he's slowing up and taking his time in between points. And Roddick's had a whole day off. And in that time when you have a day off, you recover physically, of course, but you recover mentally and you prepare for your next match, and you know it's all quite comfortable. As for Hewitt, he had to come down off a high after beating Haas. He had to physically recover, which is very difficult because he didn't really have much time to recover. He's had today, I suppose. And mentally it takes a lot of effort at this level to come down and then build up again. And that might be a factor, you know. Because he's very subdued tonight overall, except for the punched fist and when he won that second set.
Some Aussie fans in the crowd. Well, he still has not let Andy Roddick see a break point. This was at 30 all. He seizes control again at the crucial time in the game, 40-30.
Foot fault for Hewitt. That's what he did not want.
So second serve coming for Roddick. Hewitt with a chance to hold 40-30.
Juice.
Well, and he throws in the double fault to keep this game alive. Just his third double fault. Roddick has twice as many.
I wonder how many times these players have a double fault on the next serve. It's an ace. We saw it lots last night, Sampras and Agassi.
That's right.
We've seen it from Hewitt. We've seen it from Roddick. Oh, he just didn't move his feet there, Roddick. It's only because he wanted to play a forehand inside out. Really, he should have played his backhand.
So Lleyton Hewitt holds in a long service game. It's 1-all in the third set. This match even at one set apiece.
Well, these last few games, end of the second and start of this, they're grinding it out now, aren't they? They're both grinding it out. It's who's the faster, who's the fitter, who's the more mentally strong, who is the more astute, who is the better tactician. Because really it's pretty level now. Just 2 points between them overall. Hewitt 80 points, Roddick 78. Just can't separate them. It's pretty much like last night.
It is like last night in the closeness of this match, but the quality of tennis to this point has not matched what we saw last night. Last night, points ended on winners far more often than they have tonight.
We did have that nostalgia effect there, didn't we, as well?
Yes, we did.
And who knows, down the road, 10 years' time, these two will be playing each other for the 32nd time. We'll be sitting here saying, do you remember 10 years ago? The night Sampras and Agassi played.
Well, Roddick holds convincingly at love. And he stays ahead in this third set, now 2-1.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, actually, if these two do battle. I mean, it's almost inevitable, isn't it, that they're going to battle?
Well, here in the quarterfinals, the two young guns slugging it out. Lleyton Hewitt serving on serve in the third set with new balls.
I like that. Hewitt in. He decided to do something different. Pulled in a little bit, of course, by the return.
Well, Hewitt's been in 15 times tonight and has won 11 of the points. Roddick's come in a little more, 23, and has won 18.
Hey, we might not even be halfway through this match. Just thought I'll let you know that.
Coming up on an hour and 50 minutes.
Oh, well played, Hewitt. The fist is up, and that's great sportsmanship from Roddick. That is wonderful. So everything is perfect. Great rally, appreciation by the loser of the point, and the winner of the point. Just enjoying it.
Just did such a good job to stay in this point. Hewitt up 40-love, 1-2. Third set, set apiece.
That was really a mental battle in that rally. That's why he's so pleased about it. It wasn't an amazingly vital point.
So Lleyton Hewitt holds it love.
The only thing that came out of that was, as you just said, Sam, is that Hewitt got back some absolute bullets and a smash from Roddick. And that, again, sows a little seed of doubt into Roddick, who next time, when it happens again, will go for something a little bit more extreme. It might be so extreme, he might miss. These little games of tennis, these little mind games play and make all the difference.
Well, I think it helps for most people watching to hear things like that, David, because there's a lot more going on out there than just that ball going between the white lines.
Absolutely true.
Tennis is such a mental sport at the professional level. There are a lot of guys that can hit balls, but very few that can put it all together.
And also, certainly what these two are learning, they've learned obviously a long way, is how to win matches. Good players they are, got all the shots, most of the shots. How do you win a match? And that comes from in the head. I mean, Roddick can fire down those aces and he'll smash all the juniors as he did last year and beat a lot of the guys on the tour. But when he's up against the big boys, including Lleyton Hewitt, he's got to have something extra apart from this huge serve. And he's learning very, very quickly. Subtlety, tactics, thinking. Not too much, but just playing the right shots at the right time, as Hewitt's just done.
Now Hewitt picks up his first point in this game. Roddick up 30-15.
He's in the team. He's in the England cricket team, actually.
Nice
For those
catch.
of you who know about cricket. We need someone like that in hold catches.
40-15.
Well, it's very, very competitive over the last 8, 9, 10 games. It's been really close. Every point is really hard fought for.
Andy Roddick holds serve. He's up 3-2 in the third set.
And Sam, you just look at that point scoreboard. Hewitt 85, Roddick 84. That does suggest that this match is dead level. If it was like an election, they would say it is too close to call.
Hewitt serving at 2-3, third set.
Well, 15.
He opens with a double fault. Number 4 for Hewitt. Follows it with an ace. Aren't we just talking about that?
Double fault ace. All the good players seem to do it. You know, there's been 10 double faults in this match. I just wonder how many aces have followed those double faults. We'll get our research team onto it straight away. Our ground crew. Those of you, I know actually some of you, as the matches go along, some actually keep the statistics going, don't they? I know some people who do that, watch a match and keep all the statistics. Well, it was an attempted lob, and it should have been much better, but it ended up as a damp squib.
And Andy Roddick, again at 15-30 on Hewitt's serve, but he's never been able to get to that 40 point.
Look at this attempt for a lob. It didn't really follow through, didn't get his body into it, didn't really go for it.
The body did not cooperate with the head.
Beautifully put. I want copyright on that.
Pay me the royalties.
Here it is. Where is it? I'll look in my pocket. There must be a dime somewhere.
Well, this so far is the stage that Andy Roddick has stopped on the serve of Lleyton Hewitt. Hewitt has not let him progress past this point.
That's a wonderful shot into the corner. In moments of crisis, these players somehow raise their game. And I want to know how they do it. So I want to bring it back into my club matches.
It's too late. It's too late for you, Dave.
Really? You really think so? It's all over.
Well, I think maybe you could work it into a club match, but it's too late for you to be out here.
That is true.
So Andy Roddick now with a bit of a breakthrough. He has his first break point of this entire match, and it comes in the 6th game of the 3rd set.
And it's taken him 2 hours. And he asks the crowd to give him support, and they are.
Now we've seen throughout this championship, Roddick needs the crowd.
Hewitt is waiting for the crowd to calm down. That was a wonderful serve from Hewitt, and he was in.
Juice.
And his body didn't let his brain down there.
Well, 1 break point gone. Deuce.
He'll get it.
Oh.
Hey, this game is on.
And now Hewitt tries to fire himself up.
Someone's turned on the light bulb in this match.
Advantage Hewitt.
Come on, he says.
And Hewitt now with a chance to hold.
He was drinking in that point, wasn't he? So thrilled to win it. 2 hours exactly.
Lleyton Hewitt holds. We're even at 3-all in the 3rd set. Could you imagine being a parent of one of these two out there?
I couldn't watch, actually. It'll be an aging process so quick. You know, you'd lose 10 years every match, wouldn't you?
I think so. He's just 19. He's got a lot more years to sit there.
I remember, Sam, when I used to do some coaching with some really good players, I found it very difficult. You sit there, you have to keep quiet, give a bit of encouragement, but you play every point. You're exhausted at the end of each match.
Roddick 19, Hewitt 20. We saw Hewitt's family, and they've seen
teams.
Roddick's. The Roddicks aren't even sitting down on the court. They're up in a box. Well, Roddick has dropped the first 2 points on this service game, and now Hewitt with a little opening at love 30.
How the game switched. There, Roddick had his first break point in Hewitt's last service game. Now he's struggling on his serve.
Love 40.
Now he's really struggling.
Now love 40, triple break point for Lleyton Hewitt. This will be the 7th break chance of the match for Hewitt. He's converted just once as the girlfriend looks on.
This time he's got a real chance because Roddick's got to put down some real firepower first serves here. And out
It's out, and Lleyton Hewitt breaks in the 3rd set. Lleyton Hewitt serving at 4-3. See how far back he was to hit that winner?
Gave himself plenty of time to play the ball. Good placement. He's being very careful and deliberate every time he serves.
Ace number 10 for Lleyton Hewitt, so Hewitt starting to close the gap in the aces department.
He's been very calm tonight. We've seen him pumped up a couple of times, but he's been very calm. Really preparing for this serve, taking his time. He's not rushing.
What do you like?
And look what it's produced. It's produced 2 wonderful aces with the break already in his pocket. Playing very, sorry, Sam, just saying, playing in a very mature fashion.
40 love lead. And you see the gap closing between the aces.
Well, it was another mistake, really, though, from Hewitt. He did a good serve. He feinted to come in and then didn't. There is an uncertainty sometimes when he should come in, and at 30-40 love up, I think he should have taken that little gamble. In the end, he lost the point anyway. That's a pity that it wasn't up. What a great effort from Roddick. I do admire his effort, and this bodes well for the future for him. He's a gutsy performer. I think you said the word mirror, didn't you, Sam? These two are very similar.
Well, Roddick did a full dive into the umpire's chair and stand over on that sideline. There's the stand. The umpire sits, or the linesman sits just behind that. See if we can catch it. Happened way off the court. See if we were able to follow him.
I think he's okay.
Yeah.
Fell well. He's obviously done judo, because you learn in judo how to fall. He did that pretty well. It's good to see him okay. And what a great effort from Roddick.
Well, he'll now serve to stay in this third set. 3-5.
Well, Hewitt only needed one break of serve in the last set. He's got one break of serve in this set. Maybe just enough. Should be.
31.
Not a great amount of energy in Hewitt's reply here. Maybe he's just gathering himself physically for his service game coming up. And you just question again, he did play yesterday. Played a full match. He's hardly had time to recover from that match. Roddick's had a whole day off. And mentally to regather himself. Very difficult. Loose.
30-15.
I don't know, David. At 19 and 20 years old, you think you need that much time to recover mentally?
I think you do, especially when your opposition has had a day off. He's been able to sleep well, rest well, prepare well.
And so far, the opposite is true. Hewitt with not as much rest. The upper hand over Roddick at the moment.
I don't think it's a major factor. I think it's a minor factor. But in a match where these two are pretty level, that minor factor comes into play.
Well, Lleyton Hewitt has devised a good game plan tonight. I mean, he has taken Andy Roddick out of his game, like anyone else has been able to do in this tournament.
Well, that was crisp, wasn't it? Mid-court kill. Perfect.
I mean, Roddick has just fed off of this crowd over these 2 weeks. And they just have not been able to get behind him tonight. And I think he struggled.
Yeah, there's a dip in form here by Roddick. It's very difficult for him to maintain this high level. I've said it all along. Hewitt has always maintained the level. There's been one or two little errors, but there's been little drops every so often from Roddick, which has cost him dearly. But is that sort of character?
Well, now Roddick with a 132-mile-an-hour serve sets up another game point. Remember, Roddick serving now at 3-5 in the third. Hewitt with a break.
Juice.
Let's go, he says. Come on, come on. Well, it had to be good, didn't it? The angle had to be good, because if it wasn't, there was a whole court waiting for Hewitt. It was a great shot.
Captain McEnroe looking on at his young Davis Cup protege.
Roddick very keen to play for his country, unlike a couple of other professionals. The lob. No, the cross court.
The soft cross court.
That fooled everybody. Fooled me. I thought this was going to go for the lob. Maybe you thought about the last lob. It didn't come off, but this was a terrific shot. You saw the gap. He had a choice, lob or cross. Cross it is. I actually think Roddick was waiting for the lob.
I agree. But he just babies that ball across.
And I think he saw Roddick waiting for the lob.
Well, again, a chance for Roddick to hold.
Advantage Roddick.
Just the wrong side. Shifting. Just a mere 123.
Juice.
On the line.
Well, it doesn't matter how long he looks, it's been called. There will be no reversal. Difficult to tell. More outs. If it did touch, it was on the outside.
Fourth deuce. Roddick trying to stay in this third set.
Too good, says Lleyton Hewitt, who is typical of all Australians. Good sportsman. And appreciates good shots, as Roddick has done in this match when Hewitt has delivered his own brand of winners.
Well, Andy Roddick finally holds serve, but Lleyton Hewitt will be serving for a 2-sets-to-love lead. Now Lleyton Hewitt now serving for the third set. He won the last set 6-3, dropped the opening set in a tiebreaker. This to take the outright lead in the match.
Some wag in the crowd screams out just before Hewitt executes the ball. There's always one somewhere, and it doesn't matter what country you're in.
We've seen a lot of crazy people today, haven't we? Had a guy that interrupted the Lleyton Kafelnikov match singing the national anthem.
And they couldn't stop him for how long? A minute, 2 minutes?
He finished the song.
Yes, that was it was the beginning of the end for Lleyton, but we don't know whether the two are connected. Well, Hewitt is putting his thumbprint now on this set. His consistency generally has been better. And he's just got his nose in front now. And it's all down to him. He's got his serves to come. Odds on now to take a lead in this match.
And now triple set point for Lleyton Hewitt. There it is. Lleyton Hewitt is now 1 set away from going back to the semifinals of the U.S. Open. He takes the third set, 6-4.
So Hewitt has the advantage, but the this match, far from over. Far from over.
Andy Roddick changes shirts during the changeover. Let's see if that brings him some better luck here in set number 4. First point.
Well, you can tell the difference between the two. They're both wearing white hats, but Roddick's got the black socks. They couldn't fool me.
Roddick seizes the first point.
Roddick in the black socks. Hewitt, mostly white socks. I'll tell you, when you look at these two, there's nothing on the court really to show there's much difference in their standard of tennis play. And when you look at them both, they're both wearing pretty much the same gear, apart from that white streak running down the back of Hewitt's shirt.
Those of you at home have the benefit of looking at your television and seeing the close-ups, but for us and for the many people in here, sometimes it's very hard to distinguish the two.
Just remember, black socks, Roddick, just in case you didn't get it the first time. The white socks beat the black socks there.
But Roddick overall with a 40-15 lead in this game.
I'm looking forward to the next shirt change. Oh, wonderful serve from Roddick.
So Andy Roddick holds in the opening game of the 4th set, but he's down 2 sets to 1 to 4th-seeded Lleyton Hewitt. Guys have been on the court almost 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 23 minutes, as you see there on that scoreboard.
Well, he's got to work very hard, Roddick.
Lleyton Hewitt has not allowed Roddick to even have a chance at breaking. He's only seen one break opportunity this whole match. Lost that point. Roddick, on the other hand, has allowed Hewitt to actually break him twice. So we'll see if Roddick can do what he's not been able to do tonight, break the serve of Lleyton Hewitt.
Hits him, caught the line. I hope that Roddick doesn't just fade away here in this 4th set. It is possible, you know. Quarterfinal of a Grand Slam is first.
I think if that happens, David, it'll have more to do with Lleyton Hewitt than Andy Roddick. I do not think Roddick is ready to go home.
15 all.
The winner to play Yevgeny Kafelnikov in the semi-final. He's already won Grand Slams in France
In Australia.
and Australia, of course, yes. I was there when he won it. Did well. He was unbeatable.
15.
And now Hewitt gives Roddick a little bit of an opening as a result of that double fault. It's 15-30.
Yeah, good deep shot from Roddick with extra pace. Coming at Hewitt a little bit quickly. Couldn't quite prepare in time into the net.
Well, Dad likes it. Andy Roddick now has his second break point of this entire match. 15-40. He'll actually have a couple of them if he needs them.
He stands back, then comes in.
And a double fault gives Andy Roddick his first break of the match, and we're in the fourth set. Roddick leads 2-love.
Big smile from Roddick. Sorry there, Sam. Big smile from Roddick. It was a smile of relief.
And after that, Roddick looked at his coach, and his coach, Tariq Benabilis, pounding on his chest, saying, "You got to have heart."
Well, we've all heard all that stuff before, haven't we? It's all overplayed, isn't it? Just get on with it. Golly, I'm becoming a cynic at this US Open.
You really are, David.
You gotta have hearts.
This is drama. This is athletics at its highest level.
It is.
Well, Roddick will be trying to push this into a fifth set. He's up a break.
15-love.
But keep in mind, Hewitt has had some success against the Roddick serve tonight, breaking twice.
Well, he won't have any chances if Roddick keeps serving like that.
16th ace of the night.
30-love.
Again, the match switching direction. Just when you thought Hewitt was there, Roddick comes up with the goods. The adrenaline is high for Roddick.
So Andy Roddick consolidates the break. He leads 3-love in the fourth set, much to the delight of those who have stuck around here in Arthur Ashe Stadium. Well, Lleyton Hewitt has a flair for the dramatic. And I just don't think it would be appropriate for Lleyton Hewitt or for Andy Roddick to come out and win in straight sets. He's got to entertain these people.
The entertainer.
Says he does see himself as an entertainer as well as an athlete. Wants to show the people a good time.
Is that just hype?
Well, it's kind of his style. I mean, I think he rises to the occasion. He seems to play kind of flat when he doesn't have people in here cheering him on. I'm sure he will, over the years, overcome that. Right now, I think he feeds off the crowd maybe a little too much. But he's one of those players that people all over the world tend to gravitate towards, much like a Gustavo Kuerten or a Patrick Rafter, if he can maintain his level of excellence.
Remember, Roddick is receiving. Black socks. Hewitt serving from the far end. Stepping in, Roddick.
Well, it was anybody's point. They were both pushing each other around.
Well, he just felt there Roddick was on the defensive all the way through, but it's some great recovery from him Some great recoveries. But he was too far outside the baseline to really do any damage to Hewitt. He was just recovering, and Hewitt controlled that rally really. Just to get back to 15 all.
I just cringe every time these guys slide across that court like that. I just keep waiting for something to pop.
Or twist.
Oh, now Roddick again with a little bit of an opening on the Hewitt serve. 15-30.
15-30.
Are we going to get a double break? We will then be sprinting into a fifth and final set if that happens, I'm sure. 11:34 here in New York. At night. Not in the morning.
Really?
Oh, it's a great overhead. Great angle.
Hewitt evens the game at 30 all. Well, Pete and Andre couldn't give us a fifth set last night.
Disgraceful.
Maybe these two youngsters can. Well, and the double fault gives Andy Roddick another break point. So after going most of the match without any break points and then losing his first opportunity, now 2 games in a row, Roddick will see break points.
Well, as we said right at the start of the match, every player will dip somewhere, apart from Sampras and Agassi, of course. Normal human beings. Standards will drop.
And Hewitt fires in a serve Roddick can't handle.
The test of a good player is, can they come back from when their standard drops? Both these players have proved that they can. Hewitt is now trying to prove that theory right.
And a second double fault gives Andy Roddick a second break point in this game. Hewitt now with 8 double faults, surpassing Roddick's 7.
Is Hewitt tiring? Is that match yesterday slowly getting to him?
Well, he follows it with an ace.
How many times we said that? Double fault followed by an ace.
Well, you're supposed to be keeping track of that by now, David. I mean,
Haven't used a pencil for the last 2 weeks.
Your big claim to fame point here.
But it does happen, doesn't it?
It does.
The ace
It's amazing, the pattern. You're right. Well, Roddick trying to slide one in there after the big grunts.
Yeah, trying to sneak one in, wasn't he?
Yeah. Now Lleyton Hewitt a chance to hold for the first time here in the 4th set. Hewitt is down a break. Love 3.
No call.
And Hewitt holds serve.
Roddick appealing to the umpire. Changing his racket, I think. Is he?
Well, Andy Roddick now up 3-1. Will be serving after Lleyton Hewitt takes the new racket out of the bag.
Well, big crowd still here.
Beautiful night here in the New York area. Approaching the end of summer in this part of the world.
Three-1. Roddick. with the break.
15 love.
This is officially the last night match of the championship.
30 love.
Even though one's got to say the women's final will be played at 8 o'clock at night on Saturday night.
Right, in prime
York
time
time.
television here at the United States, prime time.
First time ever.
Actually, that match will be followed by John McEnroe and Boris Becker playing out here in Arthur Ashe Stadium.
40 love.
Andy Roddick, 40 love up. Trying to get to 4-1 in the fourth. Roddick's down 2-1.
Still got 2 points left to get to that 4-1 lead. Yep, it's just been called out. Just saw the arm go up there from the line judge.
So Andy Roddick continuing to hold serve in this fourth set. He can do it 2 more times unless he breaks. He's even the match. Well, back in Arthur Ashe Stadium, we are deep into the fourth set. Lleyton Hewitt, the 4th seed, leading Andy Roddick 2-1, but Roddick is up in the fourth, 4-1, with Hewitt about to serve.
And the fans getting into it. And it could be another hour yet before we see the final point struck. It's gone in. Or has it gone in?
It's called in.
Wow, sensational winner. Took it really early. Yep, on the line. Hewitt serving from this end.
With the White Sox, right, David?
Absolutely.
15 all.
Isn't there a baseball at Chicago White Sox?
That's right. Very good. I could not.
And the other one is Chicago Bears, isn't it?
That's a football team.
Oh, who
The
plays
Red
at,
Sox, Boston Red Sox,
Boston Red
and
Sox.
Chicago White Sox.
And who plays at Ridley Field? Chicago Cubs?
Chicago Cubs.
Baseball.
Baseball.
See, I know my baseball.
You do. I'm sure people all around the world are very impressed with you. Right?
30-15.
Now Hewitt, 30-15. He's just down 1 break here in this fourth set.
Hewitt's been so well focused throughout this match. Hasn't been a murmur from him. Not a murmur.
He's been very composed. It's like I've seen him play a lot this summer, and this is the most serious and intense, controlled intensity that I've seen from him after now 2 hours and 42 minutes on the court.
Well, that was a comfortable game for Hewitt, and that's good for Hewitt. It's going to give him a little breathing space, and he's got another chance now to attack the Roddick serve, hoping that Roddick misses that first serve, which has seen him win 47 of 60, which is pretty high. Strangely, Hewitt's first service percentage of 56 out of 69 is better. Just missed the line. The White Sox just missed the line there.
30 love for Roddick.
30 love.
Well, Roddick throws in the double fault, but he is up now 40-15. This 40 love's about the best point to have a double fault if you're going to do it. But you don't want to let Lleyton Hewitt back in the game. That double fault kept Hewitt alive. And now it's 40-30. Hewitt a point away from tying up this game. Fans don't want it to happen. No worries. Andy Roddick holds. He's up 5-2 in the fourth set. Lleyton Hewitt will be serving.
Roddick leads by 5 games to 2.
Hewitt serving to stay in it at 2-5.
Could you please take your seats quickly, please? Take your seats, please. Thank you.
Extraordinary, isn't it? Extraordinary.
On worldwide television.
Why don't they just sit on the seats, on the concrete?
They pay good money for this.
I think it's how come they were let in.
There you go.
15 love.
Hewitt serving from the far end to the black socks of Andy Roddick, just in front of this terrific camera angle. I hope we get that again, because I do like that camera.
Finishes the ball.
There's a touch of a Yevgeny Kafelnikov forehand there. There is a similar style forehand when he punishes the ball like that. And who knows, you might be able to compare them on Saturday if Roddick wins this.
Kafelnikov waiting in the semifinals to win this match. The other semifinal will generate a lot more headlines. Safin and Sampras, a rematch of last year's championship.
40-15.
And now Hewitt, a point away from staying in this fourth set. Forcing Andy Roddick to serve it out. 40-15.
Target was there for Hewitt. He's just a little lethargic there. I would tell you, 9 times out of 10, he would have at least got it on target.
Well, he didn't seem to finish that. It seemed to just
slow. I just think yesterday's match is really going to start to tell now. But he is a great fighter. He can call on great reserves of resistance and strength.
Lleyton Hewitt.
Well, Roddick attacking the second serve, standing in. Didn't put Hewitt off at all. Was hoping that Hewitt would come up with a double fault.
Roddick leads by 5 games to 3.
Andy Roddick now will be serving for the fourth set to try to even this match at 2 sets apiece and force a deciding fifth set. Roddick has broken Hewitt just one time in this match. And trying to make the most out of it.
Well, Hewitt will be relieved that Roddick missed that first serve. And even
15 all.
happier that Roddick has missed his second.
15 all, 9th double fault for Andy Roddick.
Big moment this for Roddick, of course, serving for the set. This is where nerves come into play. That double fault came from nowhere. And that winner came from nowhere as well.
Pretty good response. No nerves on that shot. Just grip it and whip it.
30-15.
Big Western grip. Hand right around the racket.
40-15.
And now 2 set points for Andy Roddick. This is Dad doing what his son does so often, pumps those fists.
He's milking it. He's taking it in. He's drinking in this applause. It's giving him all the strength he needs.
Thank you.
He'll need him in the fifth if he can win this point. It's called out.
Cheers turn to disbelief and a blues. Only in New York, only at the US Open. Double fault. 2 doubles.
40-30.
But yet he still has a set point.
A cracking winner from the White Sox, Lleyton Hewitt. What a great comeback from 40 love down to deuce. Well, he was hurt by 2 double faults, but didn't need any help on that. Wonderful cross-court winner. That was 129-mile-an-hour serve. And Hewitt read it.
And now Lleyton Hewitt has a break point to get back on serve in this fourth set.
No smiles from Roddick now. What a great recovery from the Australian.
And a good response for Roddick. That's big.
130. Good angle. And spin as well, moving away from the almost diving Hewitt. Hopefully there won't be a third double fault, surely. Oh, that was bad. He actually was in 2 minds. He said, should I go cross court? No, I'll go down the forehand.
Another great chance for Lleyton Hewitt.
He didn't have to rush that shot. It was a short ball. That's a big error. And she thought so too, I think. He's just rushing his serve. He doesn't have to rush. This is youth for you. This is lack of experience. Great kick on that second.
Roddick stays alive. Back to deuce.
Deuce.
You need some luck, don't you? I must say, most magnificent point from Roddick, but what a great return from the Australian.
Absolutely.
That was Hewitt's returns, 2 or 3 returns in this particular
Advantage
game.
Roddick.
It's been quite astonishing.
So another set point for Andy Roddick to even this match at 2 sets apiece. There it is.
4 sets, Roddick.
3 hours, just under 3 hours of play. Coming up
6
to
sets of
midnight
3.
here in New York. We are into a 5th
2 sets on.
and final set in this quarter-final match between these 2 youngsters. Hardly a point between the 2 throughout the whole match. And Roddick's serving power, despite those 2 double faults in the last game, has seen him through to level this match up at 2 sets all.
A late call, but a correct call. Ball was just wide, though Roddick has his hands on his hips.
Well, just remember, Hewitt is serving in the White Sox. Some of you might even have black and white television sets, so it will be important to know that Hewitt is in the White Sox just below us at the far end. Is Andy Roddick. Both wearing their white hats back to front, both wearing dark gear. And only a couple of inches in height between the 2. Their styles, though, you can see are quite different.
30-15.
There's confirmation of what we've been telling you. It's Friday morning, and we've been playing for 3 hours here in Arthur Ashe Stadium. This match started at 9 o'clock Eastern Time Thursday night. Roddick misses the forehand, and it's 40-15, a chance for Lleyton Hewitt to hold to open this 5th set.
And he'll be needing that, I assure you. Has already, he seems to have forgotten about the loss of that last set. He's quickly into his stride here. Again, that's experience for you. He's obviously disappointed, but he's quickly into this 5th set.
So Lleyton Hewitt begins the 5th set with a hold, much to his family's delight. Andy Roddick will now try to get us on serve. And I don't really feel like either one of these guys appears to be tiring that much, David. They both look pretty strong.
Well, you just wonder whether that 3-setter yesterday, Roddick had the day off, but Hewitt had to complete his match against Tommy Haas. Whether that battle yesterday might drain away a little bit of his energies. Just under 3 sets had to play yesterday. But it's all a matter of mental strength now. We said it before. Who can concentrate the best? Who can focus the best? Who is in the best physical condition? Who can deliver the right ball at the right time? Will Roddick put in a tremendous amount of aces that will give Hewitt no chance?
15-1.
But Hewitt is a great, great battler, a great counterpuncher, and Roddick is fast becoming a huge, huge server with a lot of guts. He's playing in front of his home fans. Just one minor drop in standard for just about a minute, and it'll be all over. for that person. Fortune favours the brave there, Sam.
30-15. Roddick actually has won
30-15.
75% of his net points tonight. Been there 36 times and won 27.
And that's where it is shot selection. He decided to come in, as you should do. But he could so easily have stayed back. He's brave enough, very brave player.
And now Roddick a chance to hold at 40-15.
40-15. Game.
Clever serve. Clever serve. It was still fast, 115.
Ball change, please.
But it was terrific.
1 game ball.
spin.
Ace number 19 for Andy Roddick. And it's 1-all in the 5th and decisive set. Of course, the U.S. Open, the only of the 4 Grand Slams that the 5th set will be decided by a tiebreaker. The rest, you play it out until someone wins by 2. The tiebreaker's as far as it can go here at the U.S. Open.
Applause. That's great. That is great. We love to see that. That's what this sport's all about. Any sport. We appreciate the quality. Great run there.
It just gets it far enough out in front that Roddick can't make a play on it. Just the first point of the 3rd game.
Hewitt serving in those white socks.
15 all.
You going to pick a winner, Sam?
Nope.
There's never been a moment in the last 3 hours and 5 minutes where you think one of these guys is going to win.
Yeah.
How about experience?
I mean, they're still, we've referred back to this, but in the 5th set and just 3 overall points are between them. Hewitt's won 3 more points in this entire match than Andy Roddick.
Which is nothing. Who's got the stronger nerve? Who has? Roddick lets it all out. Hewitt, remarkably. I cannot recall that all the matches I've seen Hewitt, and I know you've seen a lot, Sam, this year, where he's remained so calm.
I've never seen him like
Not
this.
a murmur.
Game Hewitt.
If he wins this match, we might see more of it.
He's remained very composed. A great ace to finish.
And Hewitt out in front by a nose. 2-1 on serve here in the 5th.
It's like a horse race, this, isn't it? They've been going around this course. They're into the 5th leg of this course, this 5th set. And there's still nothing between the two. They're coming down the final straight. Nothing to choose between the two. And we still don't know who's going to win. We're into this 5th and final set between Lleyton Hewitt and Andy Roddick. Roddick serving. 1-2.
15 love.
quickly, 30 love.
30 love.
Shall we just play the tiebreaker now? Or? Who knows? It's one slip and the other one's through.
It's 12:15 in the morning here in New York. You might have some people take you up on that. Players might do it.
Well, the mixed doubles final was played to a super tiebreak final set. They don't actually play the third set, they just play the tiebreak.
Andy Roddick evens the score at 2-all. Final set.
Just 1 point separates the two of them after 3 hours and 10 minutes. Quite extraordinary. Hewitt to serve. 2-2, fifth and final set. A place in the semi-finals, waiting for the winner on Saturday.
Neither player showing a weakness so far in this fifth set. Both holding comfortably.
Acknowledges a shot that crashed and hit the baseline.
15-all.
15-all.
Well, I'm trying to think of, apart from the San Francisco match, one which is so competitive. The Kiet and Max Murny match was competitive. That went to 5 sets, also at night.
30-15.
Ace number 15 for Lleyton Hewitt.
Calm down, says Lleyton.
40-15.
Sam, I think serving first, it always does, certainly in the fifth set, does help, you know.
Hewitt with a chance to get to 3-2, 40-15, to stay ahead. And he does. So Lleyton Hewitt sits down on the changeover again, up by 1 game, 3-2 in the fifth and final set. Andy Roddick will be serving.
USA, the crowd beginning to get behind Andy Roddick, but really it's still anybody's match.
Andy Roddick will be serving at the bottom of your screen. 2-3, fifth set. Ace number 20. Some firepower, 15-all.
Well, Lleyton Hewitt has this
59.
Just minor advantage. He's served first, he's held his serve to 3-2, and he can swing freely here. And if Roddick gives him an opportunity on his serve, and he misses that first serve, then Hewitt has a chance of swinging. And again.
Well, it's interesting. Hewitt has had to play the cleaner match to stay even with Andy Roddick. He's got 49 errors and 32 unforced errors, while Andy Roddick actually has one more unforced error than Winner. So Hewitt has had to be absolutely on top of things to stay in this and go ahead. 3-2 in the fifth.
Well, every time Roddick misses the first serve, it's a chance for Hewitt. That was wonderful. We tried that before, actually, early on in the match. Oh, his dad's pleased. My word, eh?
That's another one of those shots that if he makes it, he's the greatest thing, but if he misses it, you're like, why did he try that? But it works. He's up 40-15.
Does tend to rush that serve, though. You know, that serve could be even more consistent if he didn't rush. But he will. Then he throw it. You know, he felt 40 love up. He just produced a great winner. Or 40-15 up. Produced a great winner. And then he rushes because he thinks, I've won the game. I've won the game. There's only one more point. I've hammered down the serve. Look what happens. 40-30. Rush shot. And now it's all down to this second serve.
Well, again, that's, he says, been his biggest challenge.
That's an easy getaway.
Staying focused, not giving away the free points. He finds a way to hold, and it's 3-all in the fifth set.
That can play against you, you know, if you try to force your energies. It's not controlled energy, it's a forced energy. But Hughes does that. And he used to say he's not going to help him. They want their man to win it. But no Aussie, Aussie, Aussie tonight. Where have the Australians gone? Sensational shot.
Here we go.
Sensational shot. Hewitt put it in the wrong place, but Roddick had to do it. What a winner. What a winner.
The first point of the seventh game. Love 15 to Andy Roddick.
And he's pumping the crowd.
59.
And again, Hewitt has just been hammered by that winner. What does he do? Comes up with a wonderful serve. And he remains calm. Roddick is animated.
Hewitt's had an answer all night. He has not let up.
40-15.
Done a great job of keeping this crowd contained. Hasn't let Roddick really get on a roll.
Yes, he hasn't had the crowd turning against him as he did do in a previous match. Maybe that's why he's so composed. Because he knows if the crowd has supported Andy Roddick, it's worth a couple of points. That was close.
40-15.
Now, Roddick's annoyed, but it's been called, and quite cleverly, Roddick doesn't say anything.
And now 40-15, a chance for Lleyton Hewitt to hold serve and continue to stay ahead in this fifth set.
drop.
Well done.
Gentle lob. He's forcing the crowd to give him the support that he wants. And it was a great run by Hewitt.
40-30.
Hewitt still with a chance to hold 40-30.
Big point here for both players. Oh, well run. It was a very weak return from Roddick. It was deep from Hewitt off a very slow serve.
Hewitt holds. He leads 4-3 in the fifth set. Andy Roddick.
Hewitt leads by 4 games to 3.
3 hours and 21 minutes out here. Almost 12:30 a.m. in New York. And we're just about halfway through
The match?
Maybe. We're definitely halfway through this fifth set. So the pressure rises. 19-year-old Andy Roddick serving at 3-4 in the fifth set against fourth-seeded Lleyton Hewitt.
That's what he wanted.
15 long.
Has this man no nerves? But he has produced a couple of double faults at the wrong time. He has made those careless
15 all.
errors, but he was going for it. Didn't have to go for it that good.
15 all.
Every point a precious point. Oh, that is great. Hewitt acknowledged it. Now, I haven't seen Hewitt say, I can't run for that, I'm never going to get it. It shows you how good a shot it was, what wonderful quality serve and the follow-up drive. Still playing at a very quick pace is Roddick.
Roddick
30 all.
allows Hewitt to get to 30 all.
Well, mentally, is Roddick ready for this?
Just wide.
Hewitt's ready. Is Roddick ready?
It's out. And now Andy Roddick goes up 40-30. Chance to even the
40-30.
fifth set. Stay on serve.
Well, a correct shot from Hewitt, a great recovery from Roddick. And that lob was absolutely a correct shot, but it went wide. Oh, that was swinging. That serve, it was a bit wild.
Again, Roddick.
So Andy Roddick holds on. It is 4-all in the fifth set.
And again, just 2 points separate the two. Hewitt's won just 2 points more in 3 hours and 25 minutes. Now, Hewitt again is in the position that Roddick was just a moment ago. Hewitt cannot afford to drop his serve here, otherwise Roddick will come out to play. And Roddick has shown that when he serves for the set, he's pretty good at it. He seems to be nerveless. The crowd who've packed round the arena now, cheering on their man. Hewitt serving in the White Sox. Oh, that's wonderful play. Wonderful play from here to get it right in the pocket in the corner. What a wonderful angled winner at the net. Very difficult to do.
Hewitt takes the first point of this game, 15-love. But Andy Roddick is now ahead in winners for the first time here in this fifth set. So Roddick picking up his level of play as it gets down closer to the end of the match.
30-love.
Hewitt just has done such a good job of keeping Roddick from having really good chances on his serve. Roddick's seen just 4 break points in 5 sets and converted on 1.
You're quite right, Sam. He's kept the crowd largely quiet.
First point for Roddick this game, 30-15. Some people standing behind Hewitt, Roddick waiting on him.
Wasn't John McEnroe, wasn't it? He's just behind Hewitt's shoulder. Oh dear.
And a double fault from Lleyton Hewitt ties the score at 30-all. A break here would give Roddick a chance to serve for the match. But again, Hewitt has largely kept Roddick from advancing past this 30-point.
Is the most marvellous recovery. How many more times are we going to see it? They make mistakes, they come back immediately. He takes a swing on the mouth, so to speak. A big error with that double fault when he comes back with a great serve.
And now a chance to hold for Hewitt to go to 5-4 in the fifth.
Well played, Roddick. He just put in one with heavy pace. The others were played at good pace. That had power, and that had angle.
So Roddick stays alive. Deuce, 4-all, fifth set.
Deuce.
3 hours and 30 minutes on court. Good serve from Hewitt. 122 miles an hour.
Advantage
Would you
Hewitt.
believe it? That is his fastest serve of the match. Coming in the 9th game of the 5th set to get him to a chance to hold. Good stuff. Good enough.
Deuce.
Roddick hanging in.
But can Hewitt survive here? He's battling hard. Roddick's battling hard.
Second deuce of this game. Double fault gives Andy Roddick a break point. Wow.
This is all to do with, I'm going to say that word, you know, pressure. It's all to do with because he is serving. practically to save the match, practically. It was just a game at 2-all, he wouldn't have done 2 double faults. There's a golden chance for Roddick. Hewitt's just got to get that first serve in with power. And now Roddick's got a great chance. Will he swing? Will he attack? Will he come into the net? It was too good from Hewitt, and I just think Roddick played just a bit too tentatively, if I can say the word. He should have gone for one power shot. He gave Hewitt the opening, Hewitt took it. I just don't think Roddick played that point correctly. And it's easy for us up here because they're down there and they're riding the emotion of the whole match. But he should have played a positive, hard shot.
Deuce number 3, 4-all, 5th set. And again, Roddick will have a great chance.
And he's got another chance, and I just feel this time, certainly if Hewitt misses the first serve, Roddick should really attack that second serve and maybe even come in. But Hewitt, for him, must get this first serve in again with some sort of power. He does. That's a class act.
Hewitt fighting, battling, trying to stay alive, keep his head above water. 4th deuce. The break here again will give Roddick the opportunity to serve for the match.
There's a wonderful angled serve, just 105 miles an hour, but he just took Roddick right next to the, well, there's a cameraman there, and Roddick almost shook hands with him. Hewitt is really the epitome, really, of focus throughout the whole of this match. Has been remarkably calm.
It's out, and Lleyton Hewitt. Hold serve. He leads 5-4 in the 5th set.
Hewitt leads by 5 games to 4.
Now it's Roddick's turn to face some pressure. And now 19-year-old Andy Roddick will be serving at 4-5 in the 5th set against 4th-seeded Lleyton Hewitt. Roddick at the bottom of your screen.
Serving to save the match. Overall, he's been overruled. Roddick cannot believe it. It was on the far side as well.
And actually, I think Roddick is upset because of the ball that was so close on his baseline.
Well, there are 3 actually. The shot before.
But that is not a normal situation where the umpire will overrule on that side unless they're absolutely sure.
Well, he is.
Let's try to listen.
Let's see what he's saying. One of the shots Roddick did just clipped the baseline. Hewitt's return was close.
Verbal abuse. Warning, Mr. Roddick.
Well, let's have a look. Here we go, here we go. Oh, that is a difficult.
Keep it going. Yeah,
that is a difficult. Wow. It's more.
From that vantage point that the umpire has, Andy Roddick has a very good argument. But regardless, it's love 15, 4-5, 5th set.
It's a test of character now.
Time to get it back together.
Well, what a pity if this match is decided by that. isn't it? That's just being
15 all.
silly. One more, and he's going to lose a point. That would be extraordinary, wouldn't it? Certainly to save the match. He could lose a point here. And this umpire won't be afraid to do it.
Now 15 all.
At the end of the day, you've got to be mentally strong.
15-30.
My word, Roddick's going to be really strong because Hewitt is within 2 points of moving into the semi-finals of the US Open.
I don't know, David. I don't care how strong you are. If it's 4-5 in the 5th set, and that happens to you at that vantage point,
Perfectly understandable.
there's not too many human beings on the planet that could calm
30 all.
themselves right down.
Well, he's got to, hasn't he? He's got no choice.
30 all.
Oh, a slower ball from Hewitt. So clever. He took the pace right off the ball, and Roddick fell for it completely.
And now a match point for Lleyton Hewitt. 30-40.
If ever Roddick needed an ace, he's produced 21 of them in this match. He needs it now. He's done it.
There it is. Lleyton Hewitt survives in 5 sets. He's going back to the semifinals.
Well, what an extraordinary match with a disappointing finish. Hewitt tries to console his opponent, who does, which is good to see, shakes hands with the umpire, but Hewitt is victorious. And I think he won this because mentally, at the end of the drama with the crowd booing, he has remained calm throughout the whole of this match. I don't think he played his best tennis. It was very difficult against Andy Roddick, who firepowered those serves down and played at times quite brilliantly. But it is quite remarkable that an overruled by an umpire, and I certainly agree with Sam, on the far side, away from the umpire, he could do that in such a crucial game. And I think that really, well, had the effect of Roddick losing this particular match. A fine match between two youngsters.